We're still fighting for this title, and he's got to go to Middlesbrough and get something. And I'll tell you, honestly, I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
That's Kevin Keegan. You may have seen this meltdown before, but do you know what caused it? You see, in the first 3 seasons of the Premier League, Man United had already won 2 out of 3 of the titles. And in the one they didn't win, it was by just 1 point to Blackburn Rovers, who had a young Alan Shearer contributing an insane 47 goals and assists in the 94-95 season. From this, Ferguson switched things up. He sold experienced players like Paul Ince, Mark Hughes and Andrei Kanchelskis, players that made huge contributions the previous season. He then drafted the famous academy players like Nicky Butt, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Gary and even Phil Neville. So as the 95-96 season began, Ferguson geared up to start challenging Blackburn Rovers again for the title. But to his surprise, he had a different team to contend with. Newcastle United. They had an unbelievable start to the season, winning 9 out of the first 10 games and sitting comfortably at the top of the table. By the time they went to Old Trafford to play Man United, they were 10 points ahead. But losing that game gave Ferguson's side a glimpse of hope, and that was the beginning of the mind games. As competitive as football is, the last thing you want to show is weakness. The best managers use this to gain any advantage they can. And in recent times, one man who sits and bathes in this type of psychological warfare is Mr. Jose Mourinho, the special one.
Everything I say is mind games, everything I do is mind games.
He tortured Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger for years in the Premier League. Wenger's 1000th game anniversary was against Chelsea, and with an ongoing dispute, he said this.
You know, he is a specialist in failure. I'm not. So if supposedly he is right and I am afraid of fail, it's because I don't fail many times.
His team went on to spank Arsenal 6-0 in that game, on the man's 1K anniversary. What savagery! His antics have no limits. This man once fingered the Barcelona coach in the eye on his way to snatching the title off them. Bruh. And for Alex Ferguson, mind games was his bread and butter. From intimidating rivals to even referees. Remember this? Fergie time. But from his years of this one was the most impactful. Newcastle United had only lost 3 games in the last 20. Then the pressure started to mount. At the business end of the season, they made things very difficult for themselves, losing 5 in only 8 games. From that terrible form, they dropped to 2nd in the league for the first time. And from Ferguson's comments, Kevin Keegan had a meltdown in front of the cameras. You must wonder, what exactly did Ferguson say to get this man like this?
Why are they not up the top 6? I just don't understand it. They're good players, aren't they? And if they produced effort like that, they would be the top 6. But of course, you think for some of them it's more important to get a result against Manchester United to stop and win the league than anything else. Which to me is they're cheating their manager. That's all it is. And of course, when they come to Newcastle, you wait to see the difference.
From hearing this, the Newcastle manager knew exactly what Ferguson was trying to do, but he still fell for it. Newcastle played their game against Nottingham Forest, needing a win to take them level on points with Manchester United. However, a 76th minute equaliser denied them the victory. The only way they could now win was if they beat Tottenham and Man United lost against Middlesbrough on the last day of the season. Man United won and Newcastle could only get a draw. In the end, it worked. Ferguson's mind games worked. That collapse changed everything. Man United went on to become the most dominating force in Premier League history, whilst Kevin Keegan resigned the following season, and Newcastle never even sniffed the title again.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.